Hi movers, it's Jamila, the moving soul, and welcome to my channel. In today's practice, we'll be exploring qualities of 3D movement, flow, bounce, recoil, elasticity, with the focus of moving with and guiding and hydrating our fascia. You just need yourself and a mat, and you can meet me on. So let's begin seated on the floor. You're welcome to sit up on more height, especially if you're feeling congested in the hips or the knees, and this position, sitting cross-legged, is not a comfortable one for you. Please always listen to your body and aim for comfort. Let's actually start. We're going to have the left arm reaching down to the floor, and we're just going to begin. I'm bending into my left elbow, and then I'm going to push it away. And finding the breath. And here, I'm really allowing this sense of cascading in my body as a guiding quality of how I'm reaching my spine up and over. Now we're going to start reaching across to the left on the diagonal with our right, and then pull back and reach across to the left and pull back to the right. So here I can feel one half of me getting ready, and then the other half gets to respond and let go. And it brings me back. Right, so the back, and then it expands and releases, and pausing. We're going to come back up, float the arm up and over. Now from here, we're going to reach and turn our bodies into this diagonal over the left knee. Drop the spine down into a forward fold, and long arm extend, reach back. I want to cascade over. Keep folding over, rounding, and opening up. And side. Rounding the spine. And variation, slightly change the tempo. And one more time. Side, reach over, expand, and coming down. So as we do, we take a moment of pause, just to kind of witness and notice the sensations, how your body is responding. And the side that I've been moving more into really has, I'm more aware of, I feel an awakening. And the left side, less so. So let's actually move into the upper body and the side body for our left. So we're going to reach up and soften in. Oh yeah, I can tell right away that first one, we want to spend a little more time here so that things feel as yummy as the my right side. And reach. Going again for 2. There we go, the repetition. I can feel the shifting. I'm going to do 1 more here because my body asks me to. And now we're going to reach across to the right and pull back left. Inhale and letting it respawn. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last 2. 1 more. And moving more 3D, we go over to the side. Reach up and over, finding that rotation. Then forward fold over both knees, drape the spine. And then I open myself back to that diagonal. And side. So we're like making a semicircle. And so when I'm thinking about fascia, fascia is this uninterrupted network of connective tissue in the body from the most superficial, underneath the skin, moving all the way into the depth of our body. And at each depth and layer, it has its own function of stability, motility, of creating rotation, supporting movement, or working to stabilize and respond. So now I come back and I notice my arm lines, I notice my side lines, I notice my back. And it's giving me this almost pulsing quality for myself, where I really have a clearer sense of where I'm at in my body. So hopefully you're having a similar experience of noticing and feeling yourself. And we're gonna move on. So we're gonna transition into 4-point kneeling. If you need a little bit more support for the knees, just double your mat over to give you a little bit more support for the knees. So coming into our hands and knees here, we're going to find this in the hip joints, a little more cat-like, as if you're getting ready to pounce. So transferring that weight, shifting back. And let's just do that a few more times for our hips and our pelvis. And let's come back to the center here. Now bringing the head and the tail, lifting it up, and let's round the spine here. Reaching up and out, and then so tracing the eyes beyond your mat, scooping it up so that you don't cut off the airflow. You want to have the space of the neck open, lifting the tailbone, but also supporting with the lower belly. And we're gonna pause. So coming down onto our bellies, forehead touching the ground, and your arms are in a U shape or goalpost position here. We'll begin with the palms pressing gently into the earth and taking the legs and separating them so that your pubic bone on the front of your pelvis is gently meeting the earth here. Letting your abdominals draw away from the mat. Let's begin by just floating up. Lift the upper body, neck, and the head. As we come into our back body, and then let's lower it back down. You're repeating again. And bring a quality of unfolding upward to the sky here, so that it has a rounder quality. And just notice as we repeat what's shifting and changing for you as you come up into this extension. Final time. And we're going to take a pause. Bring the hands directly underneath the forehead and let them stack here. Taking note of the upper back engagement. And the next thing that we're going to move into is our Sphinx position. So from here, let's lift our bodies away from the floor. And then we're going to bring the elbows underneath yourself. So this way you can rest on the forearms and lift yourself up. Your pubic bone or the front of your pelvis is still connected to the floor. The waistband may or may not be on the floor, and you're still drawing your belly away from the mat. Let's invite some rotation here. So scanning around. We'll do that twice more. And the movement of the rotation should feel as if it's coming from the center of your body. Not that you're rolling your shoulders in or forward or back. Also, that you're not craning your neck, but your head is just floating on top of the space of the neck. We come back to the center and let's lower back down. Move ourselves back to the wider shape. Forearms on the floor. We're in our goalpost position and we're gonna lay back down for a moment. In breath, float up, hands stay on the floor. Out breath, little more strength. Squeeze and lift the arms up. In breath, lower the arms back down. Exhale, return. Shoulders roll back slightly down. In breath, we float up. Out breath, we lift. Arms off the floor. In breath, back down. Out breath, lower. Let's do this twice more. In, float up. Out, float the arms. In, touch down. Out, breath, lower. Final one. Bring the hands back underneath the forehead. Reach your right leg long, and we're going to bend the knee so that the heel is traveling in the direction of the right shoulder, activating the hamstring. I give a little squeeze, a little pulse, and then I'm going to send it down. I'm going to switch and go to the other side. I squeeze my left heel towards my shoulder as I lower it down. And again, keeping the pubic bone grounded into your mat. And it's just resting there, right? I'm not making it a point to press down, lengthening it out, adding this quality in the pull of a little in and out, gentle bounce there. And we're going to go over to the right side again and release. Last time here. And release. We're going to lower this down. Let's push ourselves up into a child's pose. And let's move back. This is a great time to check in with the body and what has been stimulated and awakened. Okay, so that's our practice for today. And I hope that it has met you in a way that offers you some support and perhaps even some curiosity in how to invite a sense of play, a sense of buoyancy in your movements for your day. Thanks so much, and I will see you next week.